Hi, I'm Carol Beth Anderson. This is part two of our video series on using the free open source software Audacity to record, edit, and master audiobooks. This will be a real quick one. In fact, I wasn't even planning on making this video and then realized it was necessary. So you may hear some messed up numbering in the next video where it says it's video 2, but this is actually video 2. This is about how to get your get your volume and stuff set up when you're first recording. So I'm recording right now using my lovely little microphone that's built into my MacBook, which doesn't work that great, but the principles will still work. Just know that you need a better microphone than the one built into your computer when you're actually recording an audiobook. All right, here we are in Audacity. We're going to save a file. We would call it, might call it chapter 1 or whatever. So make sure you save your file. And then the big thing is the way that volume works. And again, I'm not a techie when it comes to sound engineering, but I know that you never want to get above 0 on your decibels. You always want to stay in the negatives on your decibels. And in fact, on ACX, which is what I use for distributing my audiobooks, the final product needs to not be above -3 decibels. So when I'm recording, I try to be down here around like maybe -18 to -12. Some people even like to be down at like -30 on their recording, and then they just like to boost it up. So, but the big thing is, you don't want your microphone so hot. You don't want the gain on your microphone so high that you end up with going above 0 decibels, because that does this thing where it makes this horrible sound and it's going to sound awful and you're going to have to re-record it. So there's a term for it. I just can't remember what it is, but it won't sound good. So I'm going to click to start monitoring. Now you can see here where my I've got my microphone. I'm using, the built-in microphone, but you would normally use one that's plugged into your computer. And we're just going to see as I would maybe start reading some of my book. Once upon a time, there lived a boy, and it was a dark and stormy night, whatever. And whatever volume I would normally be recording. And I'm just going to watch this. This is actually basically in the range that I want it to be. See, it's gotten up to like -12. That's great. Let's see if I get a little bit louder. Where does that take me to? Still only takes me to less than -6. So this is actually probably a pretty good volume. You've got your recording volume here on Audacity. I don't usually mess with that. In fact, I'm not even sure what I have it set at. You can mess with that. You can also mess with the gain knob on either your microphone. If it's a microphone that plugs in directly to the computer, it's going to have a gain knob. Or it may be if you have a regular microphone with those, they call them XLR cable, that plugs into a USB interface that then plugs into the computer. That's how mine is. I have a regular mic, plugs into an interface. That interface plugs in via USB. It's the interface that has the gain knob. So you're going to need to work on where you want your gain to be on that knob. And so again, you've got 2 places you can change volume. I'm not even sure which one is better. I'd probably rather have it up all the way on the computer and then change within Audacity and then change the gain knob as needed. But you can kind of play with both of those. You just want to make sure you're kind of here in this range. Your normal voice probably shouldn't be going higher than -12. If you're getting louder, it probably shouldn't be going higher than about -6. Just to give you some room to play with if you accidentally get a little louder than you need to. And again, some people like to be more at like -30. I just don't, I know that when I boost, it's going to boost all the noises I don't want also, so I don't go that low, but that might work for you. The biggest thing is not going too high, because if you go above 0, then you cannot edit that to make it sound good. At least I have not found a way. I've had to re-record where I got too loud, and so you don't want your mic so loud that you're going to have to go back and re-record a bunch of things. And then the next thing you would want to do is you would just want to do some recording of just the room tone wherever you are recording, completely silent. I'm in a house that's not completely silent right now. I'm not in my quote unquote studio, which is my my walk-in closet with some extra blanket draping. So I don't know what my room tone's going to be like right now. My mic volume's pretty low, so it might not be too bad, but let's see. I'm just going to do maybe like 30 seconds of room tone. I'll only do like 5 seconds for the purposes of this video though. But you would do about 30 seconds. No talking, no noise. Okay, of course, whoops, there we go, let's stop it. I didn't mean to keep recording there, so let me delete that part. Of course, as soon as I did that, somebody was like, crinkling some plastic in the background. My room tone might be pretty bad right here, but I'm gonna switch it to spectrogram just to see how it looks. Yeah, I can see a little bit of noise in there, not too bad. And then I'm gonna use ACX check. I'm gonna highlight the whole thing, go to Analyze, ACX check. And actually my noise floor is -84. It should be -60 or lower. So that number, -60, -70, -80, any of those are good. So that's pretty great. Don't worry about the peak level in RMS. That really only counts when you're talking. All we're checking right here is our noise floor, -84. That's awesome. So that's a nice quiet place. However, the area I'm recording in right now would not be a good area to record in, even with a low noise floor, because I don't have any sound dampening material, and I also have too many other noises around me in my house right now. So my walk-in closet is still a good place, but good to know that when I'm recording in another room, my noise floor is still low. If your noise floor is much higher than -60, then so like if it's at -50, it might be okay, but if you're at -45, I'm not really sure where that line is, but if you're getting too loud on your noise floor, you can do certain things. You can turn off your air conditioning or any exhaust fans. Exhaust fans that are nearby should be turned off anyways. I always turn off air conditioning so that it's not popping on and off in my videos or in my audio. You also just may need to work on your studio space. You may need to have more sound dampening material. I know on my walk-in closet, I have a blanket over the door, and I kind of close the blanket into the door when I close it, and that helps block out certain sounds. So plenty of YouTube videos and articles online about how to get a good recording space. We're not going to go into detail there, but this hopefully helps you know where to set the volume, the gain on your microphone, so that you can be set up at a good place to record that first chapter. So your assignment now would be to record your first chapter, or you might even just want to do 5 or 10 minutes as a sample to learn your mastering, which is what we'll be doing in the next video.